Hello and welcome to another video. It's OT19 or Ultimate Gamer 19,000. I'm here today to show you how to build a Way of the Four Elements monk or Chad from Bleach in Baldur's Gate 3. So yeah, before I start this video, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, let's just get right into this video. Now, the Way of the Four Elements is the closest thing monks have to an Eldritch Knight or Arcane Trickster Rogue. Basically, if you don't know, Ele- um Way of the Four Elements monks allow them to get very held back spell casting, I'll call it. It hardly even is spell casting. They use their key points to cast them pretty decent spells. Now, the first portion of this video, I'll kind of be going through the very basics of this build, so then you can just get this and then, doing it. But later on, I will be getting into more in depth. Should you pick which one of these elemental disciplines, I'll call them, should you pick, which one should you not use, are any of them really worth it? But yeah, for this base build, what is necessary to pick for elemental disciplines at level 3 is definitely Fangs of the Fire Snake. It does your unarmed strike damage, so whatever your monk dice is, plus a d10 of fire damage, and your next unarmed strikes deal an additional d4. Make sure to drink water. This is pretty damn strong. Now, I don't know if your normal unarmed damage is just your damage dice or your unarmed strike. Now, I will be checking this, so make sure you check the description down below, and I will be having clarification for this because I will go test it in game. But if it is, if it is like your normal unarmed damage strike, like with all your modifiers, then this is extremely broken. But if it's not, then this is still pretty good, cause it still does your next melee attacks this turn deal an additional D4 fire damage. This is for all your melee attacks. That is basically free Helldust gloves, but you can still have your bracers of defense or whatever other bracers you enjoy. So overall, I think this is a must-have. Also, this can sort of be like just Chad infusing his strikes with a little bit of his Ryatsu to to deal an extra punch. Or this can be a weaker version of the El Directo, maybe just when he punches the air like a shockwave of his punch hits someone. That's what you could call it. Now, the Fist of the Unbroken Air, I feel like, is probably the closest thing to Chad's El Directo you could make. Now, if you don't know, Chad is a Bleach character that mainly does hand-to-hand combat, but he has the abilities to launch beams out of his arms. So, a Fist in the Unbroken Air deals 3d10 damage, which is a decent amount of damage, and can push the target back and knock it prone. Now, the El Directo is a pretty powerful beam, so it probably could push someone back and even knock them prone, so I'd say that's decently accurate. Now, those two are the really must have, necessary ones in my opinion. In reality, you can honestly pick whatever other ones of these you want. I think those two are the best, but most of the times, you're going to be using Fangs of the Fire Snake because they only cost 1 key point, and you can actually use it twice per action. It's not limited to once, you can use it twice, because it counts as one of your attacks. So you could actually use this twice. Granted, I don't know if you will deal twice the like extra D4 fire damage. Again, I will be checking that. And so check the description for this build if you want clarification. But if you're just playing this in the background to hear me yammer, then well, you're hearing me yammer. But we'll take this until 5 levels of Way of the Four Elements Monk, which we will be switching over to a Thief Rogue. Now, the Thief Rogue is broken. I literally made a whole video about why it is so broken. Again, go check that out on my channel. You gain fast hands. It gives you an additional bonus action. You may be saying, "Oh, but Chad's not a thief. He doesn't really do thieving things." Chad's a really fast puncher, and fast hands allows him to do an additional flurry of blows. So it makes sense. And if it doesn't, this is my video. Go make your own. Oh, I did forget to mention one really key feature of the Way of the Four Elements Monk is Harmony of Fire and Water. This is gained at 3rd level. While not in combat, regain half of your key points, rounded down, restores on a long rest. This allows you to more reliably use your Fangs of the Fire Snake, which does cost you a whole key point. And you only have 6 key points available. So having this plus your amulet of key restoration is really going to be nice once you start taking those thief rogue levels. Finally, You could take 3 levels of thief, but there is an argument to take 4 to increase your wisdom to get those really good wisdom saving throws. Honestly, that's up to you. I do definitely think once you get to the Mirror of Lost, try to get a plus to the wisdom and use Antieto's hair because then you'll be really cooking with fire. But again, it's not necessary. It's more of a if you want to type of thing. Now, at level 6 is when we're going to be taking back monk levels, or level 8 in total. And at level 9, we'll be getting the 6th level of monk, is what I mean to say. And we get one additional new one of these elemental disciplines. If I am being honest with you, Clench of the Northwind is Hold Person. It's Scorching Rays. And Gong of the Summit is, it's Shatter. Embrace of the Inferno, Clench of the Northwind, and Gong of the Summit are all pretty dookie. 3 key points for a second level spell is booty in every way you can imagine it. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I mean, yeah, 66. Yeah, it's cool, but I think I'd rather take the Fangs of the Fire that can do 3d10 plus an additional 3d4. That can, yeah, they really did lose the plot when they were making. I feel like Embrace of the Inferno. It's just pretty damn bad. And now being able to cast Hold Person is nice, but it's 3 key points and your action, which is really taxing. And if you miss it, you will beat yourself up about it because it's like there goes 3 key points and your action. Yeah, it. Yeah, I don't really like it, but I do understand that some people might like it. That's really up to you. Granted, if it does land, you now do have critical hits, just permanent critical hits for that one target, which is really cool. But I feel like you can have a paladin that does it. You can have your Sorkadin. You can have your wizard. You can have your cleric. There's other people that learn Hold Person that have more effective saving throw disease than you, if I'm being honest, that just overall can and will use it better. Now, finally, at level 9 is going to be the final level we're taking of Monk, and we do get a bunch of really cool stuff, but if you want to know what the Monk levels give us, make sure to check out my Monk video, because that video, it goes over the Monk. At level 9, we do get improved elemental casting, which basically makes all of our elemental disciplines a bunch stronger. Your Embrace of the Inferno gets an additional ray. Your Gong of the Summit gets basically, I think, imagine every single one of these spells just got upcasted by 1 level, is basically what I'm seeing here. Yeah, they all just got upcasted by 1 level, and some of them still aren't that really good. So yeah, that's kind of it for the really short-term version of this build. If you do want the items we use for this build is your traditional Tavern Brawler Monk build. If you want a Tavern Brawler Monk item list, check out my Tavern Brawler Monk build guide. And yeah, you'll find all the items I have there, and you'll be able to just copy that whole list, is basically what I'm saying. Now, for the more in-depth review of all of these elemental castings, well, here it is. So the first one is called Blade of the Rhyme. It costs an action and 2 key points. It deals 1d10 plus 2d6 cold damage, 1d10 piercing, 2d6 cold, 2d6 cold, and it creates an icy surface on impact. I'm gonna drink water. You should too. This is basically the first level Ice Knife spell, which I mean, it's just for 2 key points, man. It's so expensive for 2 key points that I wouldn't recommend using it. It is some AoE, which monks don't get, but monks can just do a scroll of Fireball, because Fireball go burr, to quote a friend of mine. Next, we get Chill of the Mountain. It's literally just a Ray of Frost cantrip, but it costs you a key point. It's obsolete. It's garbage. It has worse scaling. Come on, who thought this was a good idea? Fangs of the Fire Snake, which you've already talked about, is probably the best one out of these whole lists, if I'm being honest. It's extremely powerful, and it can be even more powerful. Check the description to find out if my previous questions I asked were, in fact, true or false. Fist of the Four Thunders costs 2 key points, but Thunder Wave is one of those spells in Baldur's Gate 3 that can either be really useful or completely useless. So this is a gamble, which should you be taking gambles when Fangs of the Fire Snake and Fist of the Unbroken Air exist? No, you shouldn't. So I think I might want to pass out on this one. Now, if you do want one of these spells that cost 2 key points, and then Fist of the Unbroken Air is yours, because Fist of the Unbroken Air dealing 3d10 bludgeoning damage, and also it knocks back the target 20 feet and knocks it prone, which this can knock someone into Spirit Guardians, Web, off a cliff to their death. Like, this can be extremely useful, and also really fits with the whole Elder Recto, type of thing. Finally, we have Rush from the Gale Spirits, which knocks back all clouds and soul darkness, and makes every single creature off balance. And off balance basically imposes disadvantage on strength and dexterity checks, and attackers against that entity have advantage. So if you want some quick advantage, you could just waste 2 key points, and you would get it. Which, I mean, I think there is a debate to be said if Fangs the Fire Snakes, just two of these, would be better than just. I mean, it really. Because again, it's like how much damage is advantage usually, like on average add. I feel like with this build, I feel like advantage really doesn't add much. Because with a Tavern Brawler Monk, which this is, it's like, oh, wow, you have advantage, but you already have a plus 19 to hit at level 4. Like, oh, come on, like, be serious. Next, we get Shape of the Ice. This allows you to create an ice cube. That's it. Next, you get Spear of the Elemental Balance. It costs you 2 key points and an action to basically just cast Chromatic Orb. You can either do 3d8 thunder damage or 2d8 acid, cold, fire, lightning, or poison. That's okay. I mean, again, it's 2 key points. Fangs of the Fire Snake, everyone. And also, I'm pretty sure this can be like, yeah, this has a range of 20 feet too. So this can be done like 20 feet away from a creature. It's just, yeah, I'm like, man, no, I'm explaining all these, but I low key don't want to because they just feel all so useless compared to Fangs of the Fire Snake. But I will be showing it off for the sake of this video. Next, we do get Sweeping Cinder Strike, 2 key points in an action to cast Burning Hands. Not worth it in my opinion. Touch of the Storm. If you take this, then jail. I don't understand how they can look at Fangs of the Fire Snake and then proceed to give us Touch of the Storm. This is the Shocking Grasp cantrip, but it deals one more damage on average. Get that garbage out of here. Next, we have one that's actually pretty nice, actually, and may be worth taking. Water Whip. It costs you 2 key points. It deals 3d10 bludgeoning damage, and it possibly pulls a target. It has a range of 30 feet towards you and knocks it prone, which is pretty damn nice. I mean, having free advantage on a prone target is overall nice. So I do think for your third option, Water Whip is a good one to pick. Next, we have Clore to the North. Next, we have Embrace the Inferno, Gong the Summon, Clutch of the North Wind. I've already kind of explained all of these. They're not really good. Wouldn't really recommend them. But next, we have Flames of the Phoenix. This allows the monk to cast Fireball. Now, I mean, you take it because it's Fireball, man. You're just able to just explode. I mean, you take it because it's funny. And also, you probably most likely, even if you do like throw this on everyone, you're most likely not gonna take much damage because you usually do have evasion. And also, but this does come at 11th level, so I definitely wouldn't recommend taking this monk to 11th level. I wouldn't recommend taking any monk to 11th level. None of them really get features that weren't skipping over like thief rogue levels or even fighter levels. Like in reality, I wouldn't recommend that. But yeah, if you take Flames of the Phoenix, you're taking it because Fireball equals fun. Next, you get Misty. I think was it like gaseous form. You know, you can move through small openings. So like a little like one of those little pipes you see, you can move through them, and you have advantage on Constitution, Dexterity, and Strength saving throws. But I'm pretty sure you can't attack while in this form. And then finally, for 4 key points to same as Fireball and Gaseous Form, you can cast Fly and just give yourself the ability to fly. I'm pretty sure it still is concentration. I mean, yeah, it is concentration. So it's not concentration free fly, but it's still, you can fly, which is nice, I guess. And yeah, overall, for my final review, I believe this subclass is not a must have. I feel like if you're playing a monk, this definitely is one of the weaker options to play, but I still believe this is still a fun class, and you can still have fun with it. Now, I have finished the monk section. You may be asking, oh, you didn't do a shadow monk? I've literally already done a shadow monk build on my channel, so if you want a shadow monk build, just go check out that video. So yeah, I will now be rolling a D10 in real life to see what class I cover next. I rolled a 1, barbarians. So yeah, expect tomorrow that a video about barbarians will be coming out soon. Very excited for this. But yeah, that's it from your boy. Yeah, OT19 signing out. Peace.